Welcome to Ark Survival Ascended. We are on the Astraeus map, and I'm just taking a look around just to make sure there's nothing here ready to slaughter us. I know there's some raptors that can be around in this area from the testing I did earlier in the day. But anyway, we're on Astraeus. I decided we're going to start a new Ark series. This is the perfect time to do it because, let me pull up the map, in the northeastern corner, and I can see something fighting right over there, so there probably are some raptors over here. But anyway, in the northeastern corner of the map, I think it's pronounced Lemnokis is the new area, as you can see, and we've spawned there. I have no idea how dangerous it is. I've actually never played on this map before. Earlier in the day, I went ahead and kind of did a fly around just to see, you know what I mean, what the place actually looked like, and the map is absolutely gorgeous. So I think I'm really gonna enjoy this. But it'll be a nice place to build up a character, level, you know, get some tames in, get some levels, learn some engrams, get some loot, and get ready for Ragnarok. So we're gonna use this same character over in Ragnarok, and then we'll see how it goes. We might actually send him over to some of the regular maps like the island and go ahead and solve the game with him. But anyway, it's gonna be Astraeus first. Or Astraeus, excuse me, first. Now, this is actually a pretty calm little area. Oh, there's an alpha over there. Or whatever they call alphas here. There's an alpha carno. Okay, that's a problem. All right, let's get some gear. Let's start, get some stone. Now I'm not ×1, that's for sure, but I'm usually anywhere from ×2 to ×4, depending on what you're talking about. I think I have ×2 for the gathering. I do have a collection of basic mods, nothing serious, because most of the mods are gonna be broken right now, and if they're not broken already, oh, actually, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, piece of advice for you guys, the game looks amazing now, and it runs like silk, it's awesome. However, you need to back up, so let's do a backup save here, create a backup save. That way, if this collapses, I'm gonna stick to it. You'll just see a transition and I'll let you guys know and I'll come back to it. If we lose progress, well, we'll just pick it right back up again. But I think every 5 or 10 minutes or so, I'll go ahead and save. That way we won't lose too much. But yes, there are still crashes. They've had a couple of updates. They did one, I mean, it's about 9 o'clock at night, West Coast time right now on Friday, and they did an update maybe about 20 minutes before I started trying to record, so hopefully they're getting it pretty fixed. Hopefully by the time Ragnarok comes out, everything's gonna be ironed out. But anyway, let's get some equipment and get some basic gear. But like I said, I did see some raptors in this area when I was looking around and kind of testing before, and like I said, they've got an alpha over there, so we definitely can't go over to that area. Alright, that's enough punching. We're just damaging ourselves. Let's go ahead and get some... We're gonna want some food production going. I think maybe a couple of points into stamina in case we have to do any running for our lives. And then the campfires. Yeah, so you can see like CS I have installed, which is one of the go-to mods because I really do need like the transfer features. VS, so some of the cosmetic mods I have installed as well, and that's really about it. I normally use a stacking mod, to tell you the truth. I use the 50% one, but because things are so unstable, I don't have that installed right now, just because I don't want to have something happen as far as updates go and I lose every single item that I own. That thing is going to become a problem, and it's probably going to be over here to kill us pretty soon. The game does tend to do that to you. Alright, anyway, let's get some equipment. Get one of these, and we're going to need, for spears, we need some wood and flint. Let's probably get like 6 or 7 spears. And then we'll start killing off some of these dodos. You'll see I've got the celebration... the 10-year celebration thing activated in the settings, whatever they're calling it, and so you should see some of the party dodos around here. That'll actually help our leveling, because they'll give you XP boosts. But you can see without a stacking mod, we're already getting to about half, so we're gonna have to boost up our carry capacity here in a second. Honestly, just quality of life. Let's put maybe like the first 5 or 10 points into weight. Alright, so pants, shirt. We're gonna need clothing. It doesn't seem cold, but it's already pretty hot over here, so we're gonna want some pants and shirts. Alright, so we got enough for a shirt, enough for some pants. These two I think I need hide for. So we'll get dressed. There's a weird little glitch. Well, that's kind of weird, it kind of blanks you out and then goes there. But anyway. Alright, so we need spears. For spears, we're gonna need more wood and more flint. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a hatchet, which we're gonna need flint for. It's been probably, I would say, a year since I've played a ton of Ark. Some real-life things kept me away, but realistically, the performance, it was, the way the game was performing, it was really, really hard to sit down and dedicate several hours to this game, because just your frame rates, it would be 30 to 40 frames a second, which will just, I mean, you know, back in 2005 we didn't care, but nowadays it's, you know, it's gonna weigh on you after a while and you just can't keep doing it. Let's get some water. Speaking of frame, I have noticed a huge jump in performance, so let's do this. Let's, we'll pull up the FPS, and we'll just leave it up. Yeah, like right now, you can look, you know, we're hovering in the 70 to 80 frames per second range. And I have, and I'll show you my settings as far as graphics are concerned. Video, so we're at 1440, DLS is turned on, we're just going with balance to keep it right in the middle. Graphics, I keep few things medium just to, you know, have it perform very well, but most things like view distance, illumination, things like that, I keep all the way into epic. Some of the accessory thing like light bloom, motion burn, I turn all that stuff off because I actually don't like it. So I know you take a performance hit with it on, but that's not why I turn it off. I turn it off because it's just something I dislike. But anyway, that's my graphics settings. So they're probably mid to high. And the game is just performing without a hitch. Like, it's dipping down. Now, we'll get into some more heavier vegetation areas, but, I mean, right now, I mean, look at this. We're at, like, anywhere from 70 hovering up to 100 frames a second. And this game has never performed this way. So, I am ecstatic about it. Now, this never seems to work. This save game right there never worked correctly for me. Maybe they've fixed that, but we'll do both just to make sure that I don't have to redo progress. Anyway, I got all distracted and I forgot where we were. How many of these am I able to make right now? Just one. What am I missing? Fiber and wood. All right, so let's get some fiber and wood. What closes this? I'm hitting escape over and over. There we go. Alright, let's get ourselves a hatchet. Making pretty good progress. We're already 4 levels in, so we're moving up pretty quick. I mean, I'm not at 1 times speed, but I mean, it's not like times 10 or anything like that. So it feels like we're leveling pretty fast. Although, yeah, there you go. Like, I'm not gonna complain. Alright, let's get us, that should give us a whole bunch of spears. Yep, 6 of them. Let's make 6 spears. Let's get a torch while we're at it, just in case night hits. There's some dillos nearby. Alright, so let's start putting, we're gonna pump everything into carry weight. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna put the stack mod in, but we'll see. I'm gonna give it probably a couple of weeks for sure. But I mean, by then I'll have a whole bunch of dinos trained up, and we'll have them to carry all of our stuff for us. So we'll probably never even think about it at that point. All right, so let's spend some of our points. Let's just go with thatch foundations. We're gonna want some shelter. That's the real kind of goal. I know I'm getting distracted talking about a whole bunch of other things, but the real purpose here today is we're gonna get all of our basic levels, see if we can get maybe 8 or 10 levels, and we'll get a hut built so that we've got some shelter and we've got a place to hide. We need to get some storage up and running too, so I'm just gonna save the rest of these points. Well, actually, no. We'll get the hat. Let's, yeah, you can see where our weight is already becoming a problem. Alright, what is causing all of the problems as far as weight goes? So we need to drop like half of this. And then we'll come back for it. I think that'll stay in the world for like a half hour. Yeah, we are super slow. Alright, the other one's gonna spit in a second. I'm gonna dodge that. Oh, I shot him in the ass, so we're good there. Okay, we'll get some hide out of you so that we can get the rest of our clothing. And that gave us another level. I actually kind of like this spot. I am worried about him wandering over here, so maybe we'll go a little further down the beach. Like, that little outlet right there. We'll go down a little further on the beach and see if that helps us out. But anyway, what am I missing here? More fiber. Alright, let's get some more fiber. For now, we've got enough stamina. We're gonna get to maybe 150 or 160 carry capacity, which is low, but it should get us everything that we need, at least for these early levels. Man, we got sharks right up against the shore there. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, this map is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. Anyway, what were we doing? I'm getting distracted once again. That's kind of what Ark does. The game just has an environment that you just want to be in. So you just find yourself, like, staring around like an idiot. What am I missing here? So I need more fiber. Holy cow. The early game is always the most fun, but you always forget how limited you are. Like, once we get up into, like, the 60s and 70s level-wise, which really won't take us that long, getting this kind of equipment will take us, like, seconds. Okay, weight. Put the points into weight. Bolas should be, what, 9? Yep, level 9. So we need to get bolas in case we run into any raptors. It's not gonna help us. It's not gonna help us with that guy over there. But he seems pretty content to hang out on his side of the beach. Which is good. We'll let him have the beach over there. Okay, so we're still okay on food. We haven't been pushing ourselves too hard stamina-wise. Yeah, that's kind of nice. It's a nice little island over there. Now, the question is going to be, do we go over there and there's some monstrosities that slaughter us? So, I have no idea. I've never actually played, like I said, I never played this map before. And while I'm talking about this, let's create another backup. And then we can get rid of these two. Why does it say 4 a.m.? It is definitely not 4 a.m. Maybe that's Greenwich Mean Time? But anyway, yeah, so we've saved it. So that's created our backup. But anyway, yeah, I've never really played on this. I have, for Ascended, I've probably got about 100 hours into the game. All of it is on the island. For Survival Evolved, oh boy. Are we gonna make it? I don't know if they can get to here. I don't see any piranhas, and the sharks didn't make it over there. Okay. But yeah, it's all on the island. For Survival Evolved, I think I've probably got, I don't even know how it divides up, but all of my hours, which I've got maybe about 1,000 or so, but it was all on the island and Ragnarok. Those are the only maps that I've ever played on. I think the Crystal, I even forget the name of it right now, the Crystal Islands one, I probably got like maybe 20 or 30 hours there because I always liked the dragons that were on that island. This is actually pretty safe so far. Famous last words around here, but let's take a lap. Because sometimes it takes a minute when you get into a new area for things to actually spawn. And if things are going to be around here that are just going to slaughter me, I'd rather they go ahead and kill me right now so that I know that they're around. Oh no, we got trikes over here. Okay, beautiful. These guys can be our meat shields, and they can be one of our first tames. Yeah, this is nice. That is an absolutely incredible view. Yeah, but this is where we live now. Okay, perfect. We should be able to find some parasaurs around here somewhere. God, this game is gorgeous. Like I said, it's just one of those games that you just enjoy being there. There's the drops. I did notice this about Astraeos, that you can't really see it from here. I'm sure a lot of you guys have played this map like crazy, but it's all new to me. But like the drops are like these Greek statues, and they look absolutely awesome. Now that one's too high level. Blue, I don't remember what level it is. That might be like 30 or 35 or something like that. Anyway, it's not where we're at. We're looking for white drops, which I don't think when I was flying around earlier today, I didn't actually see any. Alright, so let's get some food going. Now that we've got a few minutes. Didn't I take the CS? Yeah, there's the CS one. Yeah, I am a huge fan of mods in all of these games, so things like the CS mod with all of its quality of life, I'm all over it. Some folks do the purist thing. I mean, I try to stick close to it, but yeah, I'll be honest, I'll take something like this if I can get it. Alright, so let that go. The next thing we're gonna want to do is build ourselves a nice hut. We need to give ourselves some shelter. I don't even remember, I don't know what level we are right now. We're level 6. Alright, we don't need the mortar and pestle just yet. I think what we'd want to do... Oh, I did the foundation. So we've got the thatch foundation, and then let's take the walls. We've got all of our clothing, all of the basic stuff here. Look pretty good. And then storage boxes. That should cover the essentials. As we're building these, like the levels are we're gonna start cranking out the levels. So let's go to here. Let's track it. So right now I can do 3 foundations. No, I can't. I don't have any wood. Alright, let's get some wood. We're gonna need to get ourselves maybe a couple of parasaurs in order to, Why is there only 3? Oh, because of fiber. Yeah, we're gonna need something that can... I always forget. Fiber is the tedious part in the early game. It's a lot easier in Ascended than it was in Evolved, though. You seem to get a lot more, and there's bushes that are, they added a lot of, like, bushes that, that'll give you fiber. Alright, so we're running into weight problems again, which is the definition of the early game. We've got all those. The walls will give us... Good. Let's get some... Yeah, let's get the ceilings. Let's do the sleeping bags. So we're gonna want those. I love these things, these crafting benches, so you can just set it and you're not like slow boating it around the map as you craft. We're at level 7. We can get a bed here pretty soon. Spyglass would be nice, but I don't know where to get crystal yet, so we're gonna have to look around the map for that. Club would be nice, and then that's our bola. And those are our essentials. Let's make... How many of these can I make right now? 7? Let's make all 7. Yeah, this is what I mean, like, you have to move around like this. I just got done playing, like, the opening stages of Dune, and one thing I really did like is you could queue crafting, and it didn't do this to you. You could just queue it, you could see it ticking in the bottom there, and it would just let you run around and operate normally. I feel like Ark should do that too, but it's not the end of the world. Oh my god, look at the color on that thing. What level are you? 95. That would be awesome. Oh, it's a little... Well, no, it still looks really good. I thought it was a darker purple than that, but no, I would still take that. But yeah, a level 95 would be absolutely amazing. We would just have to get... Gotta get enough narcotics to actually put it down. Alright, so we're still suffering on weight. So let's get some of these things placed down, and then we'll get some storage placed down as well. We'll set this up here. Oh, and it's got some babies too, so we'll get the babies as well. So nice. So it shouldn't despawn, because we're around. Alright, well that freed things up. What do I need for? Let's go ahead and pin the storage. We'll track the storage container as well. What am I gonna need for those? Yeah, so we'll get a couple of these built. I just need thatch. Yeah, I think just quality of life wise, we'll bump this up to about 150, and then we'll probably get to maybe 120% for the run speed. Now, I had to restart a couple of times, but I haven't seen any dodos that were that were part of the event. So hopefully I've got that activated. I guess I'll have to try. I guess it's too late now. I'll have to check it in the settings. Now you don't activate a mod. You actually go into your settings and turn it on. You allow it through the settings. But I did that a couple times, but the way this game's been going and after a couple of crashes, it might have actually turned that off. Anyway, let's get some storage going. Night's coming. I don't know what night is like around here. So it'd be best if we had some shelter. I mean, so far heat has been the problem. Once or twice that I've seen pop up there, but... Let's see, what is the temperature right now? Nah, it's getting down to like 60s. That's not too bad. If we move the fire in here, we should be fine. But once we get a roof, then we're good to go. Alright, we should have some food ready at this point. Yep, that'll work. But at that level, I'm not gonna be able to run around and get him knocked out. Oh, look at the green on the... That looks awesome. I love this guy. Alright, we're taking him. Once we get built up. That's gonna be our early game mount. Alright, so we're gonna need some more thatch. So we need for foundations. I'm getting distracted here. Got a bunch of wood. We could use a little bit more. We need a little bit more thatch, but it's really gonna be fiber. I kinda wanna punch one of these guys. That's a nice looking one. What level are you? 95? I think I'm gonna... I don't know if we'll kill it or not. Nope, we didn't. Alright, so... Basically, we need you to be our refrigerator. I keep seeing that, what are we looking at? 13%? Okay, yeah. So we should have plenty. Would I put 20 of them in there? Yeah, you're good. Alright, so let's give you all of our berries. And we'll give you the seeds. That way some of the weight is taken off. I don't know why I have multiple stacks of wood. I kinda wish... Well, it's okay. As tedious as it is to get fiber early game, I almost wish they would focus way more on thatch for these than they would fiber. But it's, like I said, not the end of the world. Alright, let's get a little bit more wood, just so we can get a few more in. And then we'll switch over and get some thatch. Alright, so we can make... I don't think we're gonna need 10. But let's make some more of these foundations. Getting close to night. You know what? Let's do maybe... We'll do about... do like 8 more. We'll make it a larger base. I actually like this spot, so I don't mind settling down. Yeah, see, now we're creeping. Like, with this menu open, we're creeping down to about 40 frames a second. I mean, it's not hurting. Like, as I'm flipping through here, it's still really smooth. So I didn't notice that it was at 40, down to 40 frames a second until I looked. Oh, got another level because of our crafting. Let's get some... I gotta do carry weight. Alright, let's get these guys placed. How are we on weight? So right now we're at about 111. Alright. We need some parasaurs, really, is what we need. We'll be alright, though. I don't like making even. Let's do this. Let's go, like... and we can't have it be an odd number. Alright, so we need 2 more. I can't have it be uneven. It's just not... It's not gonna work. Oh, I can make 2 more. Okay, good. It's kind of nice, like, when you don't... Like, I don't have, like, the triangle foundations or anything yet, because I don't want to spend the points on them, but before then, when you make it uneven like this, you can always, like... When you put the walls up, it doesn't feel like a box when you do that. So then, we're gonna need... So we're good on... I don't need this for storage. I don't need any more foundations. We're gonna need walls. Walls and doors. Which, those will be a little more forgiving. Oh yeah, look at that. I only need 2 wood for that, so that's awesome. There, it's enough wood for like 25 walls. So now we'll switch over. Oh, hi! Are you part of the team now? You are. Oh, beautiful. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just want to pick them up. There we go. It's initiation, that's what we do to everybody. We punch everybody as they join the tribe. It's like college, it's like hazing. Alright, so you're good. You're gonna hang on to all of our berries. Let me make sure your behavior... Follow distance, we don't care about that. Attack stance, no, you are gonna be 100% passive. Somebody's banging down our walls, I want you to just sit there and do nothing. So that's our refrigerator, which is nice. Oh yeah, tons of thatch. And we're back to fiber. I saw in some of the, when I was flying around, in some of the more southern beaches in this map, I actually saw those, like, wooden boxes you see on Ragnarok that had, like, metal tools and stuff. I don't know if they actually have any, I didn't stop and look as I was flying around, but I wonder if there's any of those around here. 'Cause that was always really, really nice. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Let's see, what is the temperature? 48 degrees. Actually, it is kind of cold. The music, the custom music is really good, but one thing I noticed about it, yeah, let's get all 16 of these. That should give us some more levels. One thing I did notice about the music is that it cuts off really fast. Like, that whole music piece went all the way through and it was really, really good, and all of a sudden it ended. Like, just like that. So, I feel like they should fix that. Like, it should fade out as it ends. Like, that last note should just carry and then fade out, and then it wouldn't be so abrupt. Let's keep going, wait. And then, for the walls, let's start putting some of these down. We're gonna want some windows, man, because we don't wanna lose the view. How did this work? It's been a long time. So that's our doorways. Here we go, I passed it. That's our windows. So we'll do windows on the corners. That's not a corner, but that's fine. For this one, we'll go here. We'll put a window there. I tend to put too many windows. Like, you don't want everything to be a window, but let's do corners here. And that'll work for now. Actually, no, we're gonna overdo it. Let's do this corner with windows. I want a view, man, because we're on the beach. It looks awesome. Now we gotta figure out where we're gonna put our doors. So we'll put a door, we'll put one door here, and we'll put one door on that side. So then, I love how in Ascended, it just puts them all in the same menu. So that guy, and that guy. And then let's go back. Let's do regular walls for the rest of them. Alright, so we're kind of cold right now. Let me look. We're not losing a ton of hit points, but we are losing some. What we need to do is move, oh yeah, see now we're gonna be. Is that enough? It is enough. How many, can I build more fires? I can get one more in. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick 2 fires in here. And we'll have them, oh no, I don't want, let's get rid of the snapping. There we go. We're gonna have 2 fires in here for extra heat, and then we'll be running in and out so that we don't lose too many hit points. And we'll have to run out, gather some resources, come back in near the fires, and we'll just keep building the hut. Alright, so let's pick this guy up. So put it out. No, we aren't worried about that. Wait, where's the pickup option? Oh, here it is. Alright, so we pick it. Take all this stuff. We head inside. What do we have for wood? Why am I making multiple stacks? I don't understand. I don't know why that's actually happening. Alright, so we got about 16 food, so that's kind of nice. So we'll light that fire. Let's stick another one for now. They're gonna be in the way, but that's fine for the moment. We really just, this opening night, we just need to stay warm. Yeah, so with 2 of them going... Oh, it's down to 32 degrees. We may need another one. Maybe we need, like, 3. Alright, so let's put the tracker on campfires. Since I really like all the CS stuff, we're just gonna use that. Because I'm a dirty cheater. Let's see. So flint, thatch, wood, and stone. So we need stone and wood, so we need the hatchet. So let's go get it. We actually do have to watch our weight. Is that the same guy? Oh yeah, it is. Oh my god, he looks totally different at night. Yep, you're our new pet. Someday. Yeah, see, we've lost, like, 9 hit points already. Alright, that'll be enough stone for now. And we'll take your little baby, too. Okay. So let's build a 3rd fire. I think with 3 of them we should be good. But that's pretty extreme. It went down to, I'll have to look tomorrow, but I thought it was probably 80s or 90s during the day, down to 32 at night. So that's a pretty big gap in temperatures. Alright, so stick this puppy here. We'll put some wood in it. Yeah, quit. Oh, okay, it's because we're hungry. I'm like, wait a minute. Alright, we'll give that a second so that our water can build back up. Alright, what are we tracking? Alright, we're good to go. Yeah, see, now we don't have a cold icon down here. So 3 fires, even with 0 fortitude points, 3 fires is enough to get you by when it's about 30 degrees. So I'll have to... That way I can remember about how much I'm gonna need. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I hit the wrong button. So like, look, this is 9. But if I put the mouse over it and I hit 0, it throws it over into the 0 spot. I don't know, neat little trick. Like, I didn't know you could do that. So if I hit 0 again, nope, it throws this over into the 0 spot. That's pretty neat. It's a little fast way to organize your inventory. We're actually gonna need more meat pretty soon here. It's about 1 in the morning. Let's, since we're about half water, we'll go get some more water as well. But let's fix these, so I don't need to track these anymore. Doors, I probably need 2 more doors, and then we're gonna need ceilings. So we're gonna track this. And I'm gonna be a snob, and we're gonna go with the diagonal stuff too. We're not gonna use they just put a lot of this quarter stuff into, well, I don't know if these are new or not. But anyway, yeah, they added a lot of new building pieces with the latest update, which is actually really, really awesome. But what I want is the sloped walls, and we're gonna want the roof and the stairs. So we're gonna use the slopes to create a better roof, because I don't want to put just a roof on here, because that'll look stupid. It'd be the easier thing to do, but it would suck, so we're not doing that. Alright, so we fill up on water. Sorry if I sound distracted, I'm trying to... Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. We're gonna need some ramps. Well, luckily we just took the points for those. So, let's do those first. So, these are roof and ramps. So, let's see here. Not gonna lie, guys, like, if you look at the wood icon there, it says 0 and then 121 in parentheses. Does that mean it's because I have, like, 120? It's probably because I have 120 in the base, like, available to me, but none of them are in my inventory. Okay, I'm figuring that out live as I record. Oh wait, roof and stairs. Alright, we're gonna need fiber and we're gonna need wood. We have plenty of thatch. So, a little bit of wood. That'll work for now. Okay. So we can build 4 ramps. But what we really want is a roof. So let's build all 4 of these. Don't worry about the ramps yet. Actually, let's stay in here so that we can preserve. But if you look, we're still hovering. I haven't been paying too much attention to it, but yeah, the performance is good. We're at about 80 frames a second, hovering up to 100 depending on what I'm pointing at. Maybe it creeps down into the 70s. But yes, and you'll look, see in the menus, it goes down to 40. I wonder why that is. I mean, there's a lot of... I mean, it's busy. There's a lot of stuff here, and you get all these, like, subtle animations here. So I wonder if they, like, calmed the animations down here, if that would just give you better. But I haven't even... Like I said, I've been flipping through these menus, and I'm not even noticing. Now, you'll notice, if I go really fast, it kind of trails behind me. Like, the highlight trails behind me, so maybe that would react faster if we had more frames a second. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, let's keep going into weight. And let's start building up the roof of the house so that we don't have to huddle next to the fire every night. So I want to do... We're going to go with that. And then... that. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just do it like this. There we go. So that'll define how we're going to build the ceilings here. Although, I don't know how I'm actually going to do it here. Figure that out. I think I'll have to move it. But anyway, we're not going to worry about that. Alright, so we got the ceiling pieces there. Let's do some triangle. Then track these. I have way too many things that I'm tracking right now. I don't think I'm gonna need any more thatch walls for the moment, and we'll go with the... So 3 is the most you can track. Anyway, we need more thatch. Temperature's going up. We're into the 40s now. So we'll be able to stop desperately huddling by the fire here in a minute. Let's get a whole ton of thatch. And then we're gonna need a ton of fiber. I mean, I hate to jinx it, but so far it's been very calm over here. So I feel like we found a good little spot. Yeah, so we're right here in the corner. Right in the corner of Lemnokis. I hope I'm saying that right. The new area in Astraeus. So we're gonna craft... We're gonna need at least... Well, for the moment, 4. Everything snaps really well. It's really clean. We might need one right there. Need a ton of wall pieces to go around. And then we might put some... I was gonna say, we might put some windows up on the top, but that'll look kind of weird. Alright, so let's get some more sloped roofs here. How many can we make? 8? Yeah, we'll need all 8 of those. How are we doing on levels while that's crafting? Yeah, we're all the way up to 11. Okay, good. Well, let's spend some points while we're waiting. We're gonna want... Where's my bola? We're gonna want the bed. We're gonna want the mortar and pestle. We're gonna want narcotics. We are gonna want bolas. And then, looking through this... Yeah, the bow is gonna be the next thing, so let's just get the arrows right now. There we go. So, I lied, I said we'd get 250. We're gonna go to 200 for those. Then we're gonna get a bow. Oh, what do I need? I probably need the slingshot, yeah. The slingshot, and then it learned the bow. Okay, let's get ourselves a bow. Need more fiber. Yeah, they give you the tools to instantly get tons of fiber when you don't need fiber anymore. Classic, survival game. Okay. No, we don't need it there. There. Oh, I guess we didn't need all of these. Although we are gonna need one here. I don't actually know how I'm gonna span that. I don't know that there is a piece for that, is there? Alright, we're not gonna worry about it yet. So we'll stick these in storage, and my storage, now that I've made this a lot bigger, the storage is a little awkward, but that's okay. How are you guys doing on fuel? We're gonna keep all of these so that we can get into bullet production as quickly as possible. How are we doing on weight? Yeah, we're pretty stable on weight, so I'll do the one more point, and then we're gonna do a whole bunch of movement speed, just so that we can get all the quality of life out of the way right now. Yeah, this is gonna get weird. I don't know how I'm actually gonna span that. But yeah, we'll figure that out in a second. So we need some walls. So we need a ton more fiber. Yeah, music is awesome. But listen to how it ends. That one wasn't bad. That felt like it faded out a little bit, so I take it back. The nighttime one felt like it just cut right off, but... Alright, so let's start clearing out... I'm actually gonna keep these seeds, because we'll use them eventually. It might be kinda silly to do it, but... Yeah, so you're gonna hold all the seeds. It's probably not even worth putting weight in. I should have just done health. But you're doing a good job, dude. Thank you. It's good having you on the team. Alright, so let's get some thatch walls up. 9 of them? Yeah, 9 will be good. Alright, let's get these in the inventory and we'll start plopping them down. Now, we'll have a lot of... Obviously, you can see we've got a lot of space to fill. But it's nice. Like, the house feels a lot better when you don't just make a box, which is really, really cool. Although, I think what we're gonna need to do... Yeah, that's what we'll do. So, we're gonna pick this up. If I can get it correctly... I've got the, I got the general tools for it. I should be able to just use the gun to get these, but we'll do it the old-fashioned way. So we're gonna clip that, and the way we'll make the adjustment, just so I don't have to get super fancy, because I don't want to spend a ton of time while I'm recording, like looking through all the options. We'll do the roof this way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. So this will just be the shorter side, and then this will be the taller side, and it'll slope up right there in the middle, and that'll actually look pretty nice. The only thing we need now is our ceiling pieces. So these, for the moment, we can get rid of all the stuff we're tracking. And then where are my ceiling pieces? Here we go. So we'll track these. We're probably gonna need what? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So fiber, of course, and thatch. They don't take a ton of wood, which is nice. Alright, so temperature, it's about 6 a.m. Temperature's back up into the 50s. So in this area, the southern like beach area of Lemnokis, you have to just plan on getting down into, you have to be ready for 30s. We'll see what it gets up to, although I don't know if we'll have time in this episode to get that far in. But I'll have to keep my eyes open and get a better reading. Now I haven't, like I said, I haven't been paying too much attention to the FPS because it's been awesome and something I haven't even noticed. Let's see if we can slaughter some dodos, because we are gonna need meat. And have ourselves some chicken wings. That's it? Just the one dodo? Nobody else around? What is this? Is that something I can... It'd be kind of cool though if it had like coconuts or something like that. That would be one thing, like some fruit that you could like pick up that would fall out of the trees that you could eat. That'd be like a neat like early game thing to have. Although that would be a lot of things to keep track of on the ground, so performance wouldn't be very good. Are there no more dodos? Oh, here's another one here. So the wildlife is a little sparse on our little island here, so that is one downside. But we have been extremely safe. And it wasn't that long of a swim, so if you take like there's kind of the sandbar like right there along that line of rocks that it didn't seem like the sharks could get to. Here, it's probably different. Let me have a look underneath here. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some stuff in there. See anything, but the piranhas are usually on you before you know that they get to you faster than you actually notice them. Alright, so we're gonna need, so we're good on fiber, we're good on wood. Oh no, sorry, we're good on thatch, and we're good on wood. We're gonna need more fiber. Yeah, that stamina, those couple of points we put into stamina helped out quite a bit. I feel like I can sprint as far as I really need to, without having to think about it. For stamina, I like to get to about 150. That's kind of like a sweet spot where if I'm running from something, I have enough to get away. Like, I don't think I've ever, I mean, now that I say it, it'll happen, but I don't think I've ever had a scenario where I ran out of stamina. They either catch me or I had enough stamina to get away. So thatch ceiling, how many did we need? We needed 8, right? I'm pretty sure that was the number that I babbled. And we got another level. So there we go. That's kind of nice. We get to 200 carry capacity just as we're finishing our build. Yeah, and then we got 3 more coming. We'll wait for them to finish. All right, and there we go. Well, I think we'll go ahead and call it here. That's pretty good progress. We got ourselves, what level are we on? We're about 13 levels in. We've got our carry weight and our stamina built up, which is good for early game. We got ourselves a refrigerator, like a little teammate. which will be awesome. So we'll call this episode. Oh, and it's perfect that he shows up just at the end, because next episode, what we're going to be doing is going after this guy. So we're going to need mortar, pestle, and we're going to need a trap for him. We'll get him as our early tame, and then we'll be off and running. But again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.